Welcome, everybody, to December Yoga. This month is going to look a little bit different. I want to offer a chair yoga series, but I thought with so much going on in the world this time of year, what a great way to kind of practice ourselves a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of there's not going to be a rhyme or reason to at exact day when this chair series is produced and distributed. So we're just gonna kind of roll with it. And I think for me, rolling with something feels really good towards the end of this year where we can become overwhelmed with tight schedules, right? We have to be at certain things. There's a lot of extra added activities to our calendar, a lot of demands put on us. And so why not practice just rolling with it? Okay. So the month of December, we're going to focus on compassion. Compassion is kind of our overall theme for the month. But then what I decided to do this year is really look at self-compassion and how some themes within that umbrella of compassion show up in our lives this month, and how there's some duality to many of the themes. There's could also even be an extension to even say there's a paradox, right? So we have one example that I want to talk about today is we have this tremendous amount of joy and twinkles, right? There's festivities, twinkly lights, people are decorating their homes. There's a lot of brightness to the season. There's an excitement, especially if you have little ones in your life. There's just this oomph of joy, okay? And within that concept of joy, there's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of demands. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of responsibilities. There's places we have to show up to, and maybe driving across the country to see family. There's joy in that. But then there's this, right? So when we look at joy, a word that we hear a lot of times in December, joy, then we have peace. So we have that duality. We can have the excitement, the twinkly lights, the singing things, all of the extra decorations in our home, or cookies around, fudge, all of that. And then we have the settling in, a necessary need for stillness and peace. There's going to be joy. There has to be peace. So as we go through this 5-part series together through this month of December, each time we connect, there will be a different kind of joy and peace. There's going to be generosity and gratitude, right? There's going to be these things that we explore underneath the umbrella of compassion. So as I explore joy in my life, the excitement of little ones, the twinkling of lights, the building of little gift bags that I'm taking for all of my assisted living homes is joyful, but it's more. It's more than I currently have right now in my already pretty full life. And so how can I find joy in creating these little goodie bags for every single house, adding to my schedule the things that I need to show up for, want to show up for, and then how do I find those pockets of peace while having those extra demands? Joy, peace. How can I compassionately love myself through the excitement and twinkles of joy? And how can I compassionately love myself in that time where I need to step back and be peaceful? And then we go into compassion for others, right? Not everybody has a joyful experience in the holidays. Not everybody feels the twinkles. Not everybody has enough money to purchase the gifts they want to purchase or eat the cookies they want to eat. So compassion for those that have a different experience. Compassion for those that are desperately seeking peace and may not be able to access peace because they're tending to a family member who's dying, or they're dealing with an extreme hardship. How can I be compassionate for those who are really seeking peace that are having a hard time? Okay, so that's where we're going to go this session. And then, of course, to make it all make sense in our bodies, we're going to have a little bit of opposing postures, some joyful stuff, and some surrendering stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to practice in a chair this month. because I'm having surgery on my hand that I had a little mishap. Just gonna avoid some downward dog and tabletop. So we're just gonna sit upright in a tall chair. I prefer to practice. I'm sitting on a hard folding chair. This is a good chair for me. It's not too soft where I kind of get eaten up, like if I'm on a sofa or lazy boy or something, where it just kind of sinks me in. So finding a hard chair, dining room chairs work great. You do not need handles. Handles can be cumbersome, but if that's all you have, that's all you have. Go ahead and create that tall spine. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a full breath in. Open mouth exhale here. Just really let yourself go. Take another breath in. Open mouth exhale, maybe longer. As you exhale, drop your shoulders. One more time, take a big breath in. And exhale. Take a moment to think of the word compassion. Bring into your mind's eye what joy means to you and what peace means to you. Bring your eyes to neutral, your chin to neutral. Take right arm to the sky, okay? Left arm towards the floor. Really reach the right arm as high as you can while extending the left arm down by your side and feel that spaciousness. So I'm not looking for a C curve here yet in my spine. I'm just creating that length and that opposing sides of the body. Take a breath. Empty the breath. Lower your right hand. Left arm to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Take your right arm down and feel that opposing. Okay, so we're not looking for the bend just yet. We're just looking at opposite sides going different directions. Joy and peace. One more time each side. Remember, the most simplest way to remember this opposition, if you will, or just duality, is the inhale and the exhale. We breathe in and we exchange it in our bodies and breathe out. Switch. Big stretch here. Really, my fingers are extended wide like this, okay? Not on my right hand, but my other three fingers are extended. Take a breath. And lower. Fantastic. My knees are together. I'll be adjusting my camera a little bit as we go when we get into that lower body, but I really wanted you to see the upper body to start, that I have a straight spine. I'm not collapsing here, that I really have a fullness to my structure of my core. Okay, so we're going to cactus the arms. Elbows are going to bend and they're going to be straight from the shoulders. We have a tendency to curl up, so we're going to make sure that we're dropping. We're going to rotate the right hand down, sort of like that little scarecrow. Opposite, fingers are spread wide. Take a breath and switch. Exhale. Ooh. All right, so I'm able to see myself. I was a little bit low here. It's tricky, okay? This is also fantastic for the brain. Take a breath, switch. It is fantastic for the brain to do opposite sides on each side of the body. One more. Okay, so we're asking the brain, like sort of rubbing your stomach and patting your head or whatever that little childhood game is. Take a breath in and empty the breath. Lower your arms. We're going to turn our eyes to the left and our right arm extends out to the right. Okay, feel that. Take a breath in. Lower the right hand, turn your eyes to the right, extend your left arm. So we're getting a beautiful twist of the cervical spine and thoracic spine. Switch again, turn your eyes to the left, extend your right arm. This is also very sort of a switch, a somatic exercise where we're working into some of that more subtle areas of the body. Lower everything, roll your shoulders. Okay, so this opposition of movement, what it does for us inside of our brain is it really helps to integrate our right side and our left side hemispheres, bring sort of a balance to us. It's fantastic for regulating our emotions. Okay, and it sounds silly, but there's so much science on when we start stirring a cake. Join me. We start stirring that cake. Notice my hands going all the way across my body to my shoulder. And then I begin to stir the frosting with my left arm. Just going to continue like this. Now I'm going to add the cake back into the mix. So we have cake and frosting. Cake and frosting. Once you have this and you feel comfortable and each arm is doing their own thing, we're not, DJing or whatever. We're stirring cake and stirring frosting. I want you to close your eyes, stir the frosting, stir the cake. Keep your eyes closed, stir the frosting, stir the cake. 2 more. Now don't lower your arms. Wherever you're at, pause, reverse directions. Stir the cake, stir the frosting, stir the cake, stir the frosting. Wonderful integration of the brain here, especially when we eliminate the visual. And we're really asking our brain to do a lot of work right here. 2 more. Fantastic. Last one. Now we're going to lower our hands, palm face up on our lap, drop your chin to your chest, keep your eyes closed, and just breathe. Okay, so we have that joy and stimulating and twinkly lights and lots of singing and activities, and then peace. Okay, so we stir the cake, stir the frosting, we get everything energized in our brain, and then we just stop. We just stop and be still. How beautiful is that, to stop and be still? All right, so now we're going to transition over to the lower body and find some opposition here. So I'm just going to adjust my camera just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, so for this portion of the class, I'm going to sit my cheeks right here on the edge. So I'm not way back here. I would have less hip mobility here. So I'm going to scoop my cheeks right to the edge. And then I'm going to take my right leg and extend it out straight. My left knee is going to stay facing the camera. Reach both arms out to a T. Don't sink through the heart. Stay nice and lifted. Lower your right hand to your right leg, and then circle the left arm up and around to the sky. Okay, so here we are in this beautiful, again, opposing action. Right arm is down, left arm is high. Right leg is straight and the left leg is bent. Rise on up, tee out your arms. This time we're going to drop the left arm to the left leg and the right arm reaches up and over. So we have this long body here. Beautiful. Take a breath. Empty the breath. Rise up and let's try the other side. So I'm going to close my right knee. The left leg is going to shoot out super straight. And the nice thing about working on a chair that's a folding chair or a dining room chair is without those arms, we're able to get a lot of space through the body here. So left arm's going to travel down, right arm's going to travel up. Take a breath and then reach with the right fingertips, reach with the left hand. Feel that space, take a breath. And then find your right elbow onto your right thigh. Left arm goes up and over. Now we have that long body. So this is a variation of side angle in a traditional practice. Rise up and return. Now I'm going to take my hands and just sort of adjust my body onto my chair. Legs are going to go wide, and now my hips are going to sink back a little bit closer towards the back of the chair. Both arms are going to come to the legs, and we're just going to find that place where we are peaceful. Okay, we're just peaceful. We're going to mix this up a little bit, just a little bit. So right hand is going to go down to the ground. I tease my assisted living classes that we are front linemen for the Denver Broncos. With your right hand down, left arm all the way up to the sky, opposing energy again, right? Take a breath. Lower, left hand comes down, defensive lineman, right arm up. Should be feeling a huge opening through the shoulders. Feels so delightful. Take a breath. Both hands come down. And now the chin tucks. And attempt to look underneath that chair. See if you can tuck your chin, let your head hang, look underneath the chair. Feel that release in the shoulders, the release in the neck. Using your back, your buns, and your core. Rise on up. Rise on up. Fantastic. We're going to do it one more time. Right arm comes down. It is the lineman. Left arm to the sky. Big, 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 big reach. Lower the left, right arm to the sky. So we have these huge movements, right? Big stretches. And then we have a little bit of peace. Hands go down, eyes go underneath the chair. Feels delicious. Let the head hang and slowly rise on up. We're going to bring the feet in, and I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to bring my left, I'm going to bring my left knee in towards my heart. Okay, and I'm able to kind of just give my little knee a little hug. Notice my spine stays perfectly straight. Right arm goes out. Okay, again, posing energy. Take a breath in, open up the left leg. Try not to collapse through the core. Now you can stay here and it's delightful, or you can reach for your left toes and extend the left leg. Sometimes we might do this in a standing class. It's a big one. Take your eyes over to your right thumb. Feel that. Push through your left heel. Feel that. Take a breath. Empty the breath. Stay where you're at. Bend your left knee and bring everything back. Let's try the other side. Okay, so I'm going to start by squeezing the right knee towards the chest. Find that little squeeze and hug. It's perfect. Left arm goes out. Nice straight spine. Reach, and I'll see if I can do this with my hand. Reach for your right toes. You can start here just by opening here. Perfectly fine. Or you can extend. Okay, so I sunk through the core. I caught myself. And now I'm going to open. Ooh, that's a big one. So for me, take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Return and lower. So for me, when I am practicing a chair yoga class, specifically a chair, because I think we feel things differently when we're in a chair than when we're moving about on the floor. I can tell, because my right leg did not want to go there, that I am loading up this precious right leg because my left side of my body is struggling. So it's just an indication for me to practice that self-compassion, to say to myself, okay, you're not wrong, you're not bad. Love yourself. Find joy in the fact that this side is very different. Find peace with it. There's so much that we can do while we're practicing physical asana or postures to then digest in our spirit and in our mind and apply it then to our life. So, am I failing because that right leg really struggled? Not at all. I'm just recognizing I'm probably compensating and putting more weight into my right leg right now. That's okay. So we're going to stretch the legs one more time. Got a beautiful little stretch. Let me just pop this up a little bit. Okay, so this is a fun one. And this is, again, that opposing energy. Left leg is going to go straight out. My toes are straight up like this, but my heels on the floor. Okay, I'm going to reach something nice, like I'm holding a tray of my favorite things in the world, which is cookies. It's my love language. If you ever want to love on me, I love cookies. Reach your cookies towards me. Reach them towards me. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, so I have this strong back, strong, strong, strong core. Left arm's going to find the left leg. Right arm is going to go up and my eyes are going to follow. Now I'm going to turn my eyes back to my left toes. I'm going to keep this spinal twist. I'm going to pull my body up and I'm going to turn around and look at my right thumb. Bring my right hand around, hold the cookies and switch sides. Right leg goes straight, heels down on the ground, toes are up. There they are. Hold those cookies, reach the cookies forward. Okay, feel the strength in your back. Really strong back here. Lower your right hand, left arm to the sky. Feel that rotation. Take your eyes up. Should feel delicious. Take your eyes back to your right toes. Here's that big move. Up we go. Use your core. Up, 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 up. Turn and look over your left thumb. Inhale up. return, and exhale. Beautiful work. Okay, go ahead and rest your elbows on your thighs and get a release for your back. A lot of these extensions with one arm up and one arm down can ask some of those micro muscles in our back to do some of the work that we typically, if both arms are up, we just don't get those micro muscles engaged. So play with how that feels in your body. Play with what it feels like to have one arm here and one arm here, eyes going opposite direction. Just explore how we can have our attention one direction while our body's doing something else, where we're stirring the cake, stirring the frosting. Just notice, come back to this practice and notice how it feels to have a duality of a surrendering, a softness after the cake and the frosting, where we just pause and be peaceful and still, or how it feels to think about your life and the joy that this season can bring. But also within that joy, there's a lot of stress and a lot of excitement energy. I know as I drive about the town and I commute to work, there's so much energy on the roads as people are trying to get to the next store and trying to make sure they get everything done on their list. And there's just energy. And so to counter that energy, we need peace. We need moments of stillness in our life where we need to just shut off. No scrolling, no music, just the sound of your breath. I recommend 5 minutes a day. That's all you need, 5 minutes a day to just capture that peace. And the more we do that, the more even we become. We can't have all the joy and excitement without peace. Just isn't going to work. So there you have it. Next time I pop in for the next chair yoga, there'll be a little bit deeper, a little bit more stuff to talk about in that. What do we do with this feeling of generosity and gratitude, or patience and surrender, like having patience as we have to be patient with family, patient with ourselves, and all of that links us back to compassion. If we're missing self-compassion, compassion for others, we're missing the joy. We're missing the peace. It's all interwoven. Okay, it's going to be a fun month. It's going to be a fun month. I've been putting a lot of thought into this. So I look forward to seeing you next time we get together in a chair, and be sure to come back to these anytime. They're yours for the taking. So I'll talk to you soon.